Hi, I'm Brittany Long, a senior program coordinator at Montgomery County Alcohol, Drug Addiction, Mental Health Services Board. I look forward to having a conversation with you today about sleep and mental wellness. During our time together, we will discover the link between sleep and mental health. We will identify the benefits of good sleep practices and learn 5 strategies to improve your sleep habits. Every 90 minutes, a normal sleeper cycles between 2 major categories of sleep, although the length of the time spent in one or the other changes as sleep progresses. During quiet sleep, a person progresses through 4 stages of increasingly deep sleep. Body temperature drops, muscles relax, and heart rate and breathing slow. The deepest stage of quiet sleep produces physiological changes that help boost our immune system functioning. The other category of sleep, REM or rapid eye movement sleep, is the period when people dream. Body temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing increase to levels measured when people are awake. Studies report that REM sleep enhances learning, memory, and contributes to emotional health in many complex ways. Rapid eye movement sleep, the deepest stage of the sleep cycle, stimulates the brain regions used in learning. One study showed that REM sleep affects the learning of certain skills. Those involved in study were taught a skill and then deprived of REM sleep, resulting in lack of recall of what they had learned. Conversely, those who had full REM sleep easily recalled what they had learned. Essentially, when deep sleep is disrupted, it wreaks havoc on our brains and impairs our ability to think clearly and remember things. The symptoms of sleep deprivation are many. They include being drowsy during the day, microsleeps, which refers to periods of sleep that last only a few seconds or several seconds. People experience these episodes may doze off without even realizing it. Some may have an episode in the middle of performing a very important task. It can occur anywhere, such as at work, at school, or even while watching TV. Some other symptoms are constant tiredness, habitually using caffeine to get through the day, not waking up feeling refreshed, drowsiness while driving or during other mundane activities, memory problems, waking up too early, or difficulty falling or staying asleep. People who have insomnia are 10 times more likely to have depression and 17 times more likely to have anxiety. So sleep is so important. Some physical effects of good sleep practices include regulating and balancing hormones, including cortisol and insulin. It also regulates appetite, weight, and mood. It's known to boost the immune system and repairs heart and blood vessels. Some mental effects of good sleep practices include improving your learning and performance, increasing your ability to pay attention, make decisions, solve problems, control your emotions, and cope with change and being creative. The amygdala oversees our emotional responses, but to do its job correctly, it really needs sleep because that's the time that it's allocated to process emotion. When we miss out on sleep, the amygdala goes into overdrive, causing our immediate emotional reactions to intensify. In fact, one study showing MRI brain scans showed that the amygdala was around 60% more emotionally reactive in participants who were sleep deprived compared to those who were well rested. Hence, why you are more prone to road rage after a night of poor sleep. It's not only negative emotions that intensify with lack of sleep, positive ones do too. And that's not all. The amygdala isn't the only area of the brain that gets hit with the consequences of sleep deprivation. Another area involved in emotional regulation is the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex does a lot of impressive things, one of which is being our voice of reason to our emotions, aka pumping the brakes when our amygdala is about to be a diva. The prefrontal cortex helps control our impulses. The disruption of the amygdala in combination with the prefrontal cortex is what makes us more vulnerable to mood swings, erratic behavior, and increased emotional reactivity when we lose sleep. It can affect people in all lines of work, including healthcare workers, pilots, students, lawyers, mechanics, and even assembly line workers. As a result, sleep deficiency is not only harmful on a personal level, but it can cause large-scale damage. For example, sleep deficiency has played a role in human errors linked to tragic accidents like nuclear reactor meltdowns, grounding of large ships, and other aviation accidents. Some strategies for improving your sleep include lifestyle changes like avoiding caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, and sugar, physical activity like regular aerobic activity, but make sure it's not 2 hours before bedtime. And another great strategy is making sure to include regular exposure to natural light during the day. A few more strategies for improving your sleep is making your sleep hygiene a priority. This includes maintaining a regular schedule, using the bedroom only for sleeping and sex, keeping the room dark, and removing those electronic screens from your sleeping area. Relaxation techniques are another strategy to help you improve your sleep. Meditation, guided imagery, deep breathing exercises, and progressive muscle relaxation are all options to figure out what works best for you. As we bring this conversation to a close, I just want to touch on a few take-home points. We have established that sleep is an important factor to help us manage our mental wellness. We can track our sleep habits to pay attention to what's happening, make our sleep hygiene a priority, make rules for your sleep environment, reduce your screen time before bed, enjoy a restful sleep, and ultimately maximize your mental wellness. My name is Brittany. Thank you for joining me in this discussion on how sleep can play a part in your pathway to mental well-being.